All right, welcome back. So we just took delivery of the breaker there, the jackhammer for the Kymron ZX22. We're gonna take it into the shop, have them go ahead and put the quick connect on it for us, the breaker, fill it up, get it all primed and ready to go. There's of course that Dozerstuff bucket that's still holding up strong. Man, that thing's nice. I'm not gonna lie. I think I might paint it. I want to do that a little like gray, maybe gunmetal gray. But all right, well, let me hurry up before they close, drop this guy off, and then we'll be back. All right, we'll see you. So taking it to the shop was no dice. This is an unboxing of when you order. This is Adam and his people's wrapping, so not too bad. I like how they protected this guy. Wow, should hold up, I guess. Got a roll pin and everything. Hopefully, if once it's beaten, this one holds up real well. This one doesn't, so we'll have to check that one out here in a minute, just to make sure. Because obviously, with all that hammering, this ain't gonna be too good. No bueno. But quick attach. Comes with a nice little socket. Just don't grab it when it's sunny out. Yeah, it's hot. Comes with a ratchet. Here's a quick attach. Heavier than I thought it'd be. Man, it's got some weight to it, which is good. Comes with pins. We'll figure out if orientation. This, I'm assuming, probably goes to the outside rather than the inside of the machine. But anywho, all right. Well, let me move this guy around and try to see what orientation this guy's gonna take. Be with you in a bit. There goes that part. So, nothing else fell out except the quick attach. Oh, hooey. Let's see if it broke or if it's heavy duty. Yeah, it broke. Yeah. Nah, still looks good. Let's go get the excavator. Yes, I know. It's not attached to a trailer. Oh, by the way, that's Chuka right there. Little 95. Got a little bit of scaling, but otherwise, pretty rust-free. Needs to leak a little bit of diesel. Then again, they say that these things always leak, but I mean, she's a beast. F450, 95, 100,000 miles. Manual, 5-speed, 2-wheel drive. Hers, new glow plugs, runs good now. But we'll mess with her a little later if you guys care to see what comes up with her or what I do or sell it. I don't know. I'm on the fence of all of it. Let me know, comments below, what I should do with that. Okay, yeah, whatever. Don't judge me. I'm gonna bring this down anyway. All right, but I'm not recording in case the trailer goes rolling. So let me get this guy off and then get you back in the shop. Uh-oh. Yeah, so what? Judge me? Nah, I'm just kidding. We're alive, we made it. Let me get it into the shop and start taking this bucket off, put the quick attach, and see if we can put that diverter, mount that breaker. Let's go. Put this thing to work. This, damn. Jesus. All right. All right. So, now I don't know if they're all this noisy, but you know what? For 64 hours, these tracks look like crap. They should hold up a little better, but they don't. Tracks are kind of whack. Whatever. It is what it is. I already own the damn thing. Yep, they're adjusted up there. Tracks are stretched out, look pretty good. Sound better at least. Yeah, the goal is gonna be to mount that guy on that. And we'll go pick up this darn whatever quickie thing. And get some lights. At least on that side of the shop, but all right, let's pick this guy up. Alrighty. So, let's see what we can do. Damn it, I left the bucket super high. This shit's gonna fall. It's gonna break somebody's toe. Anywho, yeah. So, this pin now is kind of hard to get in and out. This one shouldn't be too much of an issue. It's gonna be this guy. That's gonna give me trouble. So, I'm gonna shut the camera off. Take this guy off. Oh, it's loose-ish. Hammer that pin out and pry it off. Damn it. How much of a thread do you have in there? Jesus. Okay, well, better not lose this. What do you do with this? I'll put it back on the bucket once I'm done. Then we'll put it right there for now. Yeah, flat surface. Okay, yeah, you slide real nice in there. Not in here, huh? Jerk. Or is it this one? Maybe it's this one. Ouch. Something sharp in there. Yeah, stupid metal filings. Okay. Of course, it's super tight in here inside the shaft and the bucket. It's really not. It's pretty good. So, well, let me get this guy out. Oh, well, look at that. Oh, see what happens when you grease things? Butter. That one not so much. Okay, let me put this bucket down so at least it doesn't break somebody's freaking foot, chin, knee, or ankle from this height. And then we'll get everything else bolted up. Cool. All right, that's better. That's about where you want it. You can fit a pry bar under there. You can do anything you want, about quarter, half inch. Now, no, the bucket's not bent. It actually is pretty straight. Although kudos again, Dozerstuff. That bucket freaking held up. Look at those welds too, man. Let me see if I can zoom in on those. Look at those. Jesus, guy's pretty good, especially for work equipment. Kudos to him, man. He took a little shot on me for sending me something out and making a good bucket. So we're putting it to good use. I should have gone bigger, wider, but hey, not his fault. That one was mine. Holds a decent amount of material. Loads up wheelbarrows quick. Dingo mini skid steer buckets quick. That thing just likes to take a lot of stuff, so that whatever. But when you're digging out, grading and stuff, I mean, you're pulling out all that material, gravel. Does pretty well. Holds a decent amount of material, much more than the 24-inch digging bucket. So I like this. I like this a lot. Anywho, yeah, let me get to taking this guy off. All right, so this thing's a wrap. It's set up. We'll get some more videos of it functioning, but we got the G-half fitting. That's on this one. Mind you, again, this is a Kymron ZX22. We got a G-half fitting up here that we got made that runs into the top of the diverter, okay? Now, look at the machine this way. This is, in theory, my right butt, the machine's left. And it has that little box symbol. That's the way the diverter, I guess, is supposed to go, according to what Kymron and Adam have mentioned to me. You have enough room to drill and tap the diverter into it. I got 2 bolts on there. The back of this one doesn't have any, so 2 should be plenty. Then this 90-degree is mated into, this is one I got made, so I'm pretty sure this is JIC that mates into the M18 of the diverter. So they were able to get me a match up to that. Then this is the M14, M18 from the diverter that comes down into the breaker or an attachment. I think later on I'll be ordering the quick connects. Now, I don't know if for sure I'll be able to get these made by Hydraulic Services, the one who made mine, by the way. I don't know if he'll be able to make them or not. Maybe he'll be able to special order them. But the fittings, like Chinese as opposed to American, is about 4 times the price. So let's just go over there as a recap. Our main hydraulic coming from the machine is going down behind this into the top of the diverter. Our thumb here off of the normal 90 that it has, this is the G-half fitting that they gave me. It came with a skinny one on there. I took it off and then I just put the hose directly onto this 90, kind of like that guy. So the thumb runs in a 90 out of there to 190 here on the diverter. And you do got some free play there, so they shouldn't rub, they shouldn't touch. This one is the one that I'm not too keen on. I probably should have got like a metal shield or something, but we'll run it as long as I can run it. If not, I'll just get these lines remade. Probably should be a while before anything rubs off and I have to get fixed. But we did test out the breaker. You'll have these 2 pins. Mine's the angled one, which is actually not bad. I kind of like it. It sticks out a little bit farther. These are the 30mm pins, and then these are roll pins that go on the outsides of them. You'll have them on the inside, and then here's a quick attach. Okay, so it worked out pretty good. That worked out pretty nicely. I just secured my pins on here to the quick connect. Now I don't have to worry about the thumb if I mess it up again or bend it a little bit. In order to get the pin on. So I have not filled it, by the way. It came with some gas in it. Quite frankly, I don't know how much is in it. I have to run it like that. I don't have more time to not run it. But order to get this guy out. This is like a retention pin that comes in there. And you will have to pop out this little pin down here from the, I would say probably from this side. I didn't try this side because it was too tight. So I hit my little knockout pin from that side. And what I would do is I would push this all the way over. That should release this pin here. That should fall out. You'll be able to get the break-in pin or the tip, the chisel, right into it. Now the slot is slotted, so you will have to insert it so that it faces this way, concave. This pin connects into that, locks it in. Once you lock this guy in, grab that little tension pin or the little roll pin, hammer it back in this way, and that should lock it all in place. Otherwise, she functions beautifully. Now to power it, by the way, is the hydraulic one, not the boom one. You'll flip this over. If you aim to the right, nothing happens. It kind of just restricts the hydraulic flow. Pushing it towards the left, the machine's left, or when you're sitting on it, your left, is what causes it to hammer. Now remember, don't dry fire that. If you're ever gonna fire it, make sure you have some back pressure on there. You don't want the internals to hit on each other. And you will have some like springiness to it. When you press it down, you can force it down about a good 2-3 inches. And then it'll start banging. So yeah, we got this guy set up, and once I get some footage of it, we'll go ahead and make up another video. But that's it in a nutshell. I'll show you this other side too so you can see the diverter. Again, I did the same thing on this one. Hooked up to the main line, brought that Parker main into the top, and the 90 degree for the thumb with another 90 degree out here. So this is the attachment down here. And this is the one that has the H, and that's the one that goes on the machine's right side. So if you're sitting down facing forward at your arm, it's on the right side of the machine. But all in all, that's pretty much that hammer in a nutshell. See if I got a little bit of footage on there, man. I'll play a little bit at the end. But so far, so good. Like I said, the machine's got a little over 65 hours. She's been kind of running all right now. The last little bit that we had that was sounding when you started it up, on fire up, it was the exhaust. The exhaust was loose. There's a couple bolts on the bottom side. You'll have to take the shield off. If you remember, there's 2 bolts in the front and then the 2 on the other side that I believe were 1/2 inch. You pull those out, and then in front of those guys is the couple screws that hold this guy and keep it from vibrating too much. We had to tighten those. Thankfully, we didn't lose any. And now she's purring like a kitten. At this point, we're running pretty good. She's kind of worked her quirks out. Like I said, the only thing that I don't like is the tracks. They're wasted down pretty heavily, I feel, for only being 60 hours. You'll see a pretty big gouge right here. Yeah, so I don't know. They're a little soft. I kind of don't like these, but I do need them because I can't be running the steel ones. So pros and cons. Like, here's another bad one right here. So about a little bit bigger than a thumb's width. And there's a couple around. There's a couple little bigger spots too, even, but they're still on. They haven't fallen off. I actually have not had an issue with them falling off. I will say that. Track's still retracting and out pretty good. The blade goes up and down. I do feel that with those pins, these loosen over time. These side angle plates, see it's pressed down and it has a little bit of play. I mean, they're not the hardest. So I really wouldn't push something super heavy. They do tend to flare out. I think this one's flared out the most. Has the most spacing. Yeah, see. And the concrete here is level, so it's pretty new concrete. But anywho, it works. Does what I needed to do for now. I think the idea would probably be to save some money up and get a bigger one. That's probably going to be the plan. Put this thing to work, make us some money. Hopefully another year or so, then we can go ahead and upgrade to well, keep this one, right? Not just upgrade, but add to the fleet a bigger option just to do a little bit more things. I like the open wraps. There's plenty enough space in there. Yeah, it's a little bit tight. You know, you get a couple Charlie horses trying to do these and while you're sitting, and I'm not super tall. I'm 5'9", but it's okay. You know, if you heel it, it's all right. But if you use your tip of the toes to move those, sometimes you get a little tired. But fun stuff. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to having to take these off. They're gonna be leaking. I might have to find some caps now that I think about it, or a way to shut this off after I close the valve. We'll see. But maybe sooner than later, I'll probably order the quick connects for that, and then we'll have those out of the way. Got the pins that I use on my bucket. This is probably one of the buckets that I use the most. This one in a 24-inch digging bucket. So have some pins on there. I don't know if Adam can see this, so if he does, want to hook your boy up with some pins. Now, these are going to be probably too long. Might actually have to. Oh, this is one of the pins that came with a quick connect, but it's a little big. Anywho, that's where we're at. And even the one they send, you can see up there. I'll see if we can zoom in a little large, a little big. I don't like too much playing the pins, man. It loosens it up. Even for the quick connect on the breaker. I don't know if you can see it. It's not the best width, even with the roll pins. There is a little bit of play in there. Not that I'll do much side to side, but something to keep in mind. So maybe some 1 inch or 1 1/4, 1 1/8 or 1 1/4 inch washers would be good to have around this, so that way it keeps it from having too much play back and forth. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for the Kymron. She's up and running. I'll get some. I might do them as shorts unless you guys want a full video of the hammer there, the breaker. I think Adam might have another one if you guys are interested. If not, that's his. That was his last one like that. That's angled. I think he's gonna get some straight ones now. Same thing about filling. Once I get that figured out, then we'll go from there. But filling it's gonna be an issue. Same thing with those lines. If you can from the get-go find a, I want to say that's G-half as well on that thread, but don't quote me. Don't quote me. And you'll need to hook up to either 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch pipe for the most part, or some people were saying like a valve of some sort, like for shocks and stuff. Some people fill nitrogen. Those might be a good place to look at. You know, maybe they might have something or could rig something up for you to at least get a little bit more PSI in there. Now, according to Adam, I guess they're supposed to run 16 bar, which is 232 PSI. Somewhere around there, give or take. But I've not checked it, like I said. Once I do, I'll get some jobs done that I got to get done, and then we'll go from there. We'll double check it, see kind of what was in there or what's left after using it, and then we'll fill her up and see if she breaks any different. But plenty strong for now. That thing does hammer pretty nice. So we'll see you guys on the next one. So that's it for now. We'll see you guys on the next one. Beyond Machinery, out.